Okay, it is currently 11:25, and I know I don't have much time, but I want to do a little bit of a quick overview of everything and just kind of give you an idea of where my mind was and what I did. So, um, let's get going. um, First, I want to thank Ventura Studios, though. These competitions are perfect motivation to get a game done or put together something special. Um, and I'm really happy with it. If we had these all the time, I'd be extremely productive. So I love it. But anyway, Moon Monkey Bananas in Space. When I came up with this concept initially, I was sitting on the couch and I was like, man, I would like to have like a game where I could just have like orbs or like planets, especially after hearing the theme, and I could have full control over the character and kind of move him around freely around those orbs and to the other orbs, and kind of keep it consistent and control well. So that was my first task, and actually that was like the hardest part of it probably, but it turned out pretty well. So naturally, something that could bounce around in space. A monkey was the first thing that came to my mind. It could have been a kangaroo or anything else, but a monkey was the first thing that came to my mind. And cute animals are always a deal breaker. So there you go. Moon Monkey Bananas in Space. This is the menu screen. It's simple. I formatted this for the iPad, so the UI is perfect for that currently. On smaller devices, it's going to need a little bit of adjustment to, at least for the menus and things like that. But for iPad, it runs perfectly. Yeah, so that's that. We'll go into the options real quick. The options, they're just, the typical slider. I'll probably put some buttons on there too for just quick, fast, and furious off and on sort of situation. I'll probably add that to the pause menus, but this is here just for like really good adjustment, specific adjustment, because there's some really intense sounds in the game. Real quick, the music was made by an awesome lady, and she uses an Amiga chip, and for her songs, and they're just pretty incredible. They're just contemporary songs put together with the old Amiga chip. Out of all the old systems, Amiga chip probably has the best sound to it. I enjoy it the most. So that's that. This is going to be like my other games kind of thing. I'm also going to put social networking in there once I get everything straightened out. And yeah, so we'll get into the game real quick. The story kind of just came naturally. Of course, there's been monkeys in space prior, but this is the first one that's actually landed on the moon. And when he gets there, he realizes that they didn't send him with food. So home base, I guess NASA or whoever, basically has to teleport the food up there. Because of the early development of teleportation, some of the bananas disappear quickly. Some of them stay a little longer. The places where they go, it all differs. So yeah, that's the story. It came pretty natural. You see, I added a few details. I didn't get to go where I wanted to go with it, but I'm pretty happy with it overall. I've been playing it and testing it like crazy, and I swear it's really fun to play. I'm going to definitely be releasing it on the App Store. I'm going to add a few different game modes, a couple different arenas, and a few different skins people can swap out, like a Game Boy skin and maybe an old NES pixel art style too. So I'm intending to make this full-featured, in-game achievements, things like that. None of the actors are spawned, so the performance is actually pretty good, pretty solid. Frames per second are up in the high 50s to 60. Considering with everything that's going on the screen at one time, that's pretty impressive. I was pretty happy with it. Compared to a lot of the other things I've done, this has turned out pretty nice. All the actors are kind of set in place. I used an old Nintendo trick. I love Nintendo. I love Gamma's Future too, so if you guys ever read up. But everything's kind of just tiled there, and whenever things are visible, it's all chosen at random. I used a weird little algorithm, and basically when things are visible, that's when they're collidable, and that's that. So it really, it's kind of like recycling it, I suppose. But I've been playing this like man crazy. I'm going to need some testers, so anybody who wants to test it in the future, please get a hold of me about that, because I am definitely going to need some testers here in the future. My machine's all lagging up on me. I've got like 800 things open. But anyway, I really am excited about this project. I really had a great time. Oh, real quick, the controls for iPad, I used kind of the League of Evil kind of technique. League of Evil is one of my favorite iOS games, and it's also been hailed as like one of the best controlled games on iOS too. And part of that is because of their hotspots. They made massively large hotspots, and I did sort of the same sort of thing. They're really, really high. They're really, really tall, and so at no point in time will your fingers get in the way of what's going on the screen, which is a big deal a lot of times, because it can be make or break, or you could end up dying pretty quickly if your big old thumb's in the way. So you can touch anywhere on the screen above there, and the hotspots are I mean, it's pretty much exactly like how League of Evil works, even though it's a completely different game. But anyway, I put in full animations. I busted this out pretty quickly. I really had a great time doing it. I'm going to refine it and put it up on the App Store, and this has just been fun. So I hope you guys like it. As far as the competition goes, I saw a lot of really great things coming out of there on the forums, and I'm really excited to see what the outcome is. Of course, I hope I win, but I also am afraid because I've seen some really good stuff. So thanks to all you contestants. Thanks to Game Salad for putting out such an awesome tool, and thanks to Ventura Studios. It's been a great time. Oh yeah, real quick too. I just put in different Space Monkey facts. They're randomly pooled. I think I put in 5. I'll probably put in a few more, but just about the different monkeys that have been in space in the past. Sad thing is, a majority of them have died. Like, actually, most of them have died. The only one who didn't was actually the one that I talked about being in Night at the Museum. The monkey in that movie is actually based upon the monkey that actually made it back home in one piece. And yeah, he's actually in the Smithsonian currently. So okay, anyway, that's it. I'm gonna hurry up and upload all this, and I hope you guys like my game. Thanks a lot.